Morning everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the concept of high level data link control, which is also called as HLDC protocol. Okay, so this concept we will be learning in this session. So what is high level data link layer control? It's nothing but it is related to your data link control, how your data is being transmitted from the source to destination, what happens and how procedure happens within the programmatic concept that you will be learning. Okay, so let's check out with the HDLC, that is nothing but high level data link control protocol that you will be learning. So it's nothing but a bit oriented data link control. Bit oriented is nothing but one by one the bits are said to be considered, and how the data flows, it is based on the bits. Okay, the transmission of the information, it will be in the bit format only. In the bit format, it will be running the information from one frame to another frame, from one device to another device. Like that it will be linking and it will be transmitting the information. Okay, it was said to be introduced by the IBM synchronous data link control concept. Okay, so in this you will be learning how these concepts are said to be dealt and what you are said to be dealing with. One by one the procedure is said to be followed while the data is being transmitted. Okay, so as I said, it will be using the concept of IBM, and it has two concepts which is there within the HDLC. Is nothing but it's a procedure which will be in the balanced format. Okay, balanced link format, it will be having that procedure, that it will be of the ISDN, nothing but uh, the integrated secondary device format it will be using, that it is there. Then cellular telephony signals are being used in the HDLC. Remember, HDLC means the telephonic conversation, that whatever information is being transferred, it is through the telephonic conversation. Nothing but it will be using the modems to get the information being transmitted from one area to another area. So this is the device or the working how the HDMC works. It is the working within this area. Within this area means what? Data link happens from data link layer to the network layer. So both these two layers you have the HDLC format. In this you are said to be sending the frames from one end to another end, and the packets are said to be sent and received from one area to another area. In the downal area, this is not much interfered here. Mainly it is between the data link layer and between the network layer, whatever network happens and the information transfer happens. You may be using the service access points or the service data units, whichever are there, which will be helpful in transmitting the information from one end to another end. And in the HDLC, it has two types of response mode. One is the normal mode, another one is asynchronous mode. Asynchronous normal means what? You are said to be sending the information in one way. Both the ways it is not there. Like one way the information is being transferred from one point to other drop lines, the secondary whichever devices are there, to which the information is being transmitted, and they give a response to that particular line. Whereas here in the asynchronous is nothing but it will be using the concept of full duplex. They are said to be communicating from both the ends. They are said to be communicating from one end to another end. The response also it is between both the ends, sender and the receiver's end. So that is said to be your asynchronous balance mode. Okay, so these two are being used in the HDLC. This HDLC, it uses the frame format, which is the important one in the exam point of view, that you have to write that particular frame format. Your frame format, it will be having the flag. You all know what do you mean by flag. If the flag is set, then only the information is being transferred from one end to another end. Nothing but boundary from one part to another end. But through the help of the flag, the frames are being traversed. Okay, and the address is nothing but the sender and the receiver address should be there. Then only you can send your information. It may be in the binary format, which is in the octet. Octet means what? It will be having the 8-bit format in which the information is traveled from one frame to another. And next one is your control. Control is nothing but for the maintenance of the flow of your data. It has to have the control that when to send the data and when not to send the data. That is in the part of your control part. Okay. then information, whatever data it is being sent, that is said to be your information, and it has a fixed length. In that length only it has to transfer the data from one end to another end. And FCS is nothing but frame check sequence. Each and every time the frame, when it is said to be sent, whether this frame only is said to be received at the other end, that wise the sequence order is also being checked, first, second, third, fourth, like that the sequence is being checked. And once again at the end the flags will be there to set and unset the data. Okay, so this is the frame format of HDLC. In the frame format, other things are also being there. You have the information frame, supervisory frame, and unnumbered frame. So supervisory frames, they will be supervising the frame when it is said to be ready to send and when it is said to be receivable to the other end. That is said to be your supervisory. Information, it carries the information bits from one end to another end. Unnumbered frames are nothing but sometimes what happens is the frames may not be numbered because of certain reason. There may be a changes in the format. So at that time the unnumbered frame formats, it will be entering into effect. So these are the things. Okay, when functions are being there, okay, one of the frames, it is said to be pending in working. Okay, it is said to be pending means what? It has still not executed. At that time, if the working is being processing, that is said to be your unnumbered frame. Okay, and you have the pole final bit, which is used for the mainly interaction between one frame to another. Nothing but one secondary device, primary device to the secondary device, the communication should happen. And the information frames are nothing but, as I said, they will be using the concept of NR, nothing but the sequence number when they are said to be sending the information from one end to another end. It should be having the piggyback. Piggyback is nothing but, okay, if the frame is said to be having certain problem, it has to be having a piggyback is nothing but staying for certain amount of time, then it gets transmitted. That is information. And sequence numbering is important, that the window size is between 7 to 127. That window size it will be there. And the primary pole bit or the final bit is nothing but it's a bit which is used for the setting the flag from 0 to 1. It may be set to 1 or 0. If it is set to 1, it will be traverse the information, otherwise the information is not traversed. Okay. Error detection and loss recovery, it is said to be important that each and every time when the information is being sent and received, it will be stored in the buffer. So if any errors are there, once again that frame can be retransmitted. That may happen, and each and every time the CRC check it will be there, which traverses the information. It checks the information whether the same kind of data is there. If any error is there, once again retransmitting happens. And each and every time it should take a time out when any problem is there. Then acknowledgement is said to be necessary when their information is being transmitted, and retransmission if any problem is there. And the main thing is that it should be sequence numbering so that it shouldn't have a duplicate of it. Duplicate shouldn't be there in the framing concept. And it uses the various ARQ methods when it is said to be transmitting the information here HDLC. And you have the supervisory frames. Okay, a frame may be acknowledged or it may not be acknowledged. So various types are there in that one. One is receive ready. It's nothing but the receiver is said to be ready to accept the frame. That is said to be receive ready. And reject is nothing but it is not ready to accept it. That particular frame is said to be rejected from being accepted in the receiver side. Or sender also rejects because of certain problem. And receive not ready is nothing but still if processing is there, still the frame has to be accepted. Then the receiver, it may not be ready to accept the data. That is receive not ready. And selective reject is nothing but whenever some problem is there, if any effective or it may affect the other frames also, at that time a selective reject can be chosen. Okay, this is your supervisory frames. And unnumbered frames, mainly it is used for the concept of asynchronous balance mode. As I said, at a time sometimes may be there that the processing may happen in between only. So at that time it is necessary that you use the unnumbered frames. And each and every time when the unnumbered frames are there, acknowledgement is necessary, and after doing certain task is over, it should disconnect the thing. And the stations or the unnumbered frames, it will be in between the data, it will be present, and the recovery happens with the help of the framing concept. Correct framing, it will be there, and resetting of the frames, it will be there each and every time when the frame is set to be ready. And when it is set to be ready to exchange the data from one end to another end, it is XID which is being used. Okay, and this is the way connection establishment and release happens. HDLC, it will be using the concept of once the information is being traversed, at that time it should establish the connection. It will be using the concept of asynchronous mode, because both the end sending and receiving, it will be there, and it should disconnect mainly whenever information is being traversed, everything is over. And unnumbered acknowledgement is nothing but, as I said, the processing is pending, then it will be unnumbered. When it gets completed, it gives an acknowledgement and sends the information about that particular frame. Okay, and this is how, if any of the frames it gets lost while it is said to be sent, then it will be rejected, and once again it may be run back here. It will be rejected here, and it once again continues that particular frame only once again back. Okay. And if the sender only is said to be wrong, he has sent to be sent a frame which is said to be of wrong one, once again that particular frame may be repeated afterwards when it is said to be sent. Okay, but acknowledgement is the most important one. Flow control is one of the things that the receiver's buffer, it shouldn't overflow when the information is being received. Sender's information, he may send however he want, but receivers, it will be having the buffer which receives the information one by one. If any problem is there, so at that time the control frame, whichever it is there, it will controls the flow of information, and it will be received one by one. And supervisory frames, it keeps checking of each and every frame when it is said to be ready to execute and when it is not ready to accept the data. Okay, so that is your flow control of the thing. So in this today's session, you have learned about the HDLC protocol. It has its own format, it has its own running formats and all, and working, it will be different. It will be using two modes, one is synchronous and asynchronous mode, and there are numbered and unnumbered frames which are said to be helpful in recognizing the information. And flow control, it will be having that flow control, it maintains the flow of data, it sends the data with a particular synchronized way. Okay.